Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. The Federal Reserve's greatest nightmare is unfolding right now. As Bitcoin price is exploding, President Donald Trump is touting the need to buy it and see the federal government buy it, not the Federal Reserve, the federal government. The Federal Reserve is having a very serious time holding it together the narrative in people's minds, Americans' minds, and the rest of the world, for that matter of fact, that the dollar has value. Everybody, all the gold bugs have known this for a long time. As the price of gold goes up, traders on Wall Street and common people like us figure out, wait a minute, gold's going up. That means it costs more dollars, takes more dollars to buy gold, the same amount of gold. Well, that also rings true for other asset classes. So people are pushed out of dollars and they push those dollars into other asset classes, whether it be real estate, gold, or Bitcoin. The Federal Reserve's nightmare is unfolding as Bitcoin explodes. I'm going to share a story out of Forbes talking about exactly that. But I want to share with you one of my partners, a friend of mine, Joe. I want to share a tweet that he pushed out almost exactly a year ago, December 16th of 2023, while other people were saying there's no way that Bitcoin is going to go. When you say that people can't see the future, check this out because this is incredibly, incredibly important. Check out this tweet right here. This is Joe, Simplistic Charts Joe, on Twitter. He tweeted this. He did a quote tweet on December 16th, 2023 to this from Steve Courtney. Says this 5.3 calculation proves Bitcoin won't reach 100K for this market cycle top. And here's why. And this guy's got a big channel, right? Joe comes out and says, no, $100,000 Bitcoin, the charts say so. A year ago, he was calling for that. This was exactly when Joe and I got together to teach people how to buy crypto along with Dylan. If you want links to that, I'll put a flash sale down below for the Bitcoin and XRP 101 Accelerator, the basic course. And then if you want to upgrade and add, or if you want to take the course that myself, Dylan, and Joe taught on the Crypto Trader Pro, there's important things going on because my phone is blowing up with old tweets that Joe put out saying, hey, Bitcoin's going to be 80 grand by this date. Matter of fact, he did a tweet October 1st saying that Bitcoin was going to be 100 grand by November 1st. It touched like 99,000 and change, right? To me, that's a win. And now his newest predictions are going to be honest with you, are going to be hard to beat. This one right here on May 20th that he put out says, here comes Bitcoin 70K. And once we get a weekly close at 80,000, plus 100% guaranteed Bitcoin will see 120 grand. And he's calling for 120 grand by January 1st. But what's even scarier is the tweet that he gave me, that he shared with me just the other day. And this one will blow your mind. And his prices are well over $250,000 in this cycle. You can't afford not to be a part of this incredible revolution of people making money. So take a look at those sales down below. Check out this story right here. Let's do this. Let's share the screen. Let's pop it up. I got completely kicked out of Forbes. You've got to be kidding me. Well, screw Forbes. Stop sharing. The story is that the Federal Reserve has lost control. Sorry about that. I'm getting so sick and tired of these subscriptions, and I actually have that subscription, but I have to leave because me and my team are going down to work on what we're doing next with the bulk of our money from crypto. I'm not joking. So I don't got a lot of time to show people stuff right now. The Federal Reserve is in a spot where they are freaking out. Here we go. It comes up on my phone because my deal is here. The Fed's biggest nightmare is suddenly coming true as Bitcoin price surges. It says, this is out of Forbes. Bitcoin has suddenly rocketed higher, passing its all-time high and climbing to over $106,000 as incoming U.S. President Donald Trump confirms his plans for a Bitcoin game changer. That is a massive game changer. The federal government is they're looking to buy 5% of all the Bitcoins in existence. Do you want to say a catalyst for an explosion in price? This is insane because not only does the U.S. want to buy 5%, that means other countries, and they're already starting to work on plans to buy up their own too. All of the Bitcoins are about to be gone. I don't know how to explain this any better. And when Bitcoin skyrockets in price, the altcoins get sucked up into that vortex, and the percentage of returns, like what the XRP army is about to experience, will blow their own minds. It says the Bitcoin price has more than doubled since dropping to August lows, helped by Tesla billionaire Elon Musk fanning flames of doubt over the future of the US dollar. Now, as a leak reveals, Russia could be poised to beat the US to a Bitcoin reserve. This is what I'm referring to. This is now in Forbes. Like, this is mainstream. We are in a currency war. We are in an economic war nationally around the world. And now you're going to have Russia and other countries buying up Bitcoins ahead of, because think about this. We've got to wait. The US government has got to wait until Trump gets in to be able to enact that bill, because Congress is going to sit on it. As a matter of fact, Joe Biden just sold a bunch of Bitcoin, his administration, that the government was holding on to. We see Germany selling their Bitcoins. I don't think Germany's made a good financial decision since 1933. Oh, and just, that quote's from Joe. So I love hanging out with intelligent people that see these things coming, when we can come together and talk about current events and changing events to be able to forecast what's coming in the future. If you have been sitting on the sideline looking at buying crypto, I highly suggest you educate yourself right now, because the money you could have made last year, you've lost. You've lost that time. It's over. Bitcoin went from what, 40,000 to 100,000, 106. You've lost that opportunity. Now, are you about to, in 2025, lose the opportunity from $100,000 Bitcoin, let's say 150, 160, wherever it goes? You need to educate yourself right now. It says here, the Federal Reserve has been warned its biggest nightmare could come true in 2025. We believe stagflation is coming in 2025, the Fed's biggest nightmare. Analysts with the Kobasi letter posted on X, referring to a combination of economic stagflation and soaring inflation. This is what I've been warning about for a long time. Kobesi, if I've got it pronounced right, analysts pointed to a report from asset management giant Apollo, which predicted a rebound in inflation in 2025 and not a softening to justify Fed interest rate cuts. The probability is rising that the Fed may have to raise interest rates in 2025. This is why we want to prepare for real estate crash, because as interest rates go up, real estate collapses. Torsten Sloak, Apollo's chief economist, wrote in a report asking, we will see a repeat of the 1970s with the Fed easing policy too quickly, triggering a rise in inflation in 2025. I did specific lessons on that exact moment in time in the 70s and 80s in the real estate crash course, the cycles course. So everyone that took that have been prepared, and by understanding what's coming, understanding what's going on right now, and being able to use those two data points to figure out what's going to come in the future. And they've been saving up, getting out of debt, buying assets that are inflation hedges that are making them lots of money right now. Everybody loves to hear, the gold and silver people talk about, how the hyperinflation of Weimar Germany, you could buy a house with 1 ounce of gold. You've already beat that in Bitcoin. I'm going to tell people. When we started the channel, I told people, I say, hey, what? Bitcoin's $3,600. You guys should buy some. I did. And I remember telling my wife, hey, look, I bought a good clip. I remember at that point buying, taking my house, selling it. And I took 50 grand from just that and bought Bitcoin at that price back then. And I said, oh, don't worry, honey. We'll pay cash for a house when that's the case. We can pay cash for many homes right now. This isn't bragging. This is reality happening right now. And I'm not joking. I don't care how old you are. If you are, and you should be scared of investing in something new, and you don't want to listen to all the scammers in the comments down below. That's why we created the course. I'll put a sale link down, $99 to teach you all of the basics of how to buy a Bitcoin or XRP or cryptos. But I suggest you stay with the major, the 5-6 major cryptocurrencies right now. They're less volatile than everything else. And they're real projects. And buy it, how to start an exchange account, how to move it around, how to store it on your own private wallet securely, safely. It's $99. I don't know. I wish I had that when I was starting out. I lost a lot of money and a lot of time. So I'll put the link down below. This is not a joke. This is the most exciting time to be alive. If you want to be a part of it, let's go crush it together. The Economic Ninja is out.